Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am once again at a different background. Since I started my career in marketing, in design, and specifically doing web design, one of the most common questions I get asked is what is the best option out there for me if I'm just looking to build a new website for myself or for my small business. I've tried so many of the available options out there just to determine what options are the best for me and for my purposes, for my various business ventures, I guess, but also so that I can recommend them to my clients and also to my friends and family who ask. Today, I'm going to be sharing my first impression as well as my experience with the Zyro website builder. They are this amazing, affordable option for those who are looking to build a website for any reason. They work well for e-commerce stores as well, but I just wanted to go through their builder with you guys and show you guys exactly how I would use it to build for a portfolio use case and give you guys my opinion on what I think about it and hopefully introduce this as a good option for some of you. Before we get started, I just want to quickly thank Zyro for sponsoring this video. They were super kind to give me a free account to play around with and build a website so that I can show you guys what that process is like. So I'm super excited to get into that portion of the video. I just want to say I do actually have a discount code for you guys as well. If you guys are looking to get a further discount on their already pretty affordable plans and subscriptions, honestly, you can use code ANGEL for some money off, or go to the link zyro.deals/angel and you'll be able to see the offers that are available to you as my subscribers. So yeah, it's just my little way of being able to give back to you guys and offer some great deals. You can literally create a fully stunning and functional and professional website for as little as $2.61 a month, which is pretty unheard of if you consider, domain and hosting usually adds up to like triple, 4 times, 5 times that. There are some really expensive hosting options out there that I've come across, so this is actually truly such an amazing deal. Not to mention you get the builder with it. It's just, yeah, it's a great deal. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the demo, walkthrough, first impression, trying portion of the video where I create a website with you guys. Okay, so this is a bit of a different view than you guys usually see me in. This is actually the background that I have when I am live streaming. So I am live every weekend on Twitch now if you guys want to check me out there and join in with the chats. But yeah, I thought I would go ahead and record it in this screen so I can show you guys what I see on my screen while also being able to talk to the camera. I just feel like this is going to be nice and easy for me. So let's just jump right in and talk about Zyro. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new website, and you can either choose a template, like a pre-built designer-made template, or they actually also have an AI website generator as well, which I'm not going to talk about today. I'm going to talk mainly about their templates as well as starting from scratch. So I'm going to actually do the start from scratch option first, because I feel like for a lot of you who are creative, who are looking to build a portfolio or an e-commerce store, their start from scratch option is actually still really relatively easy. I will show you guys their templates a little bit later on, but I just want to start in this section because this is the section that I typically recommend and that I would use. Before we actually jump into the building, I want to take you guys through their settings. So in their settings, there are a few things that I really appreciate that they have in features. So just going through their settings, their general settings, you can see the title of your site, whether your site is published or not. You can connect a domain. It allows you to set your favicon, so you can just upload it here, and that is what's going to show up like in the little icon in your web browser tab. They also let you set a link preview image. So this is what's going to show up when you link your site to any, social media accounts, to blog posts, to wherever. So usually when you link a link to Twitter or Facebook, it pre-populates it with a photo. So you can choose exactly how you want your link, your brand, your company, your website to show up in that small little preview when you upload an image here, which I think is very important because it allows you to set that good initial first impression for your website. Moving on, in the domain section, you can either connect your own domain if you already own a domain that you've purchased from somewhere else, or actually Zyro Premium allows you to choose one free domain to use for a year, and then you have to pay for the subscription, or you can just go ahead and buy the domain straight away. I definitely recommend taking advantage of their free domain for the year and then paying for the subscription. But yeah, they make it super easy for you to set up your domain. Next, in the integrations tab, there are some of the key integrations that I think all website builders and CMS programs should connect to. CMS being content management systems or content management software. So for example, Google Analytics, just enter your tracking ID here and they will connect it with your Google Analytics. So this is really important, and I highly recommend it for anybody building a site to set up your Google Analytics so that you can take a look at your user data, what they're doing, what their behavior is like, what your traffic is like, and all of that. Stripe is great for if you are looking to build an e-commerce site and you want to be able to allow your customers the flexibility of being able to pay in credit card. There's Hotjar. Facebook Pixel is great for Facebook ads. Messenger Live Chat is also great for if you have a service-based website or if you have an e-commerce store. It allows you to talk to your users in real time, I guess, and use your Facebook Messenger chat as kind of a user management or lead nurturing system. Google Tag Manager is another big one. This is great to connect for keeping track of how your pages are doing on Google. But also in the future, if you want to implement deeper tracking in your Google Analytics and look at, who's clicking what buttons, who's using what forms, this is what you're going to be using for that. And then it also gives you the ability to connect through WhatsApp. So I guess if people want to message you, they're able to message you from WhatsApp. So super easy to stay connected with the people who visit your website. If you are starting an online store, they offer some great tools for you. Templates optimized for sales and SEO. It allows you to manage all of your sales. So from Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, all within their Zyro dashboard. It's 100% commission-free sales, and yeah, you can track your orders. It gives you a single dashboard. There's like effective little marketing tools that they offer, easy inventory management. They pretty much just set you up so that you are all good to go and you can start running your site right away. The next area is the SEO tab, and I think this is great that they included this because it just makes it really easy for anybody who doesn't know anything about SEO to make sure that they're doing well and setting themselves up for success with their SEO. So for example, I just have a home page here because I haven't started building the site yet, but you can set your page title as well as your page description. It tells you the page description is displayed in search engine results. So you want to make sure that your page title and your description are related to kind of the topics that you want your website to rank for. And I'll talk about a few other things that you can do to help with your website SEO later on. But yeah, I love that they have this here so that you can set these right away and know that these aspects are things that affect your SEO. And then the other thing that I thought was so clever of them is that they added this form submissions area. So when you add a contact form to your website, which I will show you guys later, it manages all of your form submissions in this area, which is great because a lot of other website builders and CMS tools just forward your contact form entries to an email, which can sometimes become convoluted and really hard to look through, and it can get really messy really quickly, especially if you're getting other types of emails as well. So I love that you're able to see and manage all of those leads or contact information or messages that you receive from users all within your dashboard. So moving on to actually building the site, let's just go ahead and get started. Actually, before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead and set my navigation. So we're going into pages and navigation. We can drag the pages that we want. We can do, let's do a, rename, contact me page. Let's say we're building a site for a freelance photographer. So maybe we want to do a drop down and we can rename this my work, you know, have like a little portfolio going. Then we can maybe come in here and do one that's called, rename, portraits. So if I'm like a portrait photographer, and then we can add another page and then call this events. So I'm a portrait and events photographer. Put that there. And now you can see there's home, my work with a drop down and a contact me. So now that we have our navigation bar all set up, we can start adding sections to our website. So you can see this is that section I added earlier, but didn't do anything with yet. So when you add a new section, you can actually choose from their templates of all these different elements that you see in a typical website. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. So maybe in this one, okay, I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna add section, and I'm going to, let's add a gallery since this is for a portfolio. So let's add this nice masonry gallery, maybe drag this down so there's more white space. Let's add a nice text box. Let's center it, center align it, and let's make this our heading one since this is right on the top of our site. Change my text style, and then they do offer all of the available Google fonts, so it gives you tons and tons of font options. And I do actually recommend going to Google Fonts, their like own Google Fonts website, and browse their fonts this way, just because it's going to be a little easier for you to preview the fonts. But I'm gonna go ahead and use one that I always use and I think looks great for websites, which is called Poppins. That's not Poppins. Poppins. And then we're gonna make this medium since it's actually we can even do semi-bold, maybe medium. Let's do medium. Maybe medium, and then let's make this a 48 size. And then you can go ahead and actually set these for the other headings as well. So if your heading 2 is 48, maybe your heading, or if your heading 1 is 48, maybe your heading 2 is 32, and your heading 3 is 24, etc., etc. We can close that. We have our heading here. And then since this is our heading 1, we have to make sure that our headings are related to what we want to rank for in the search engines as well. So since this is for a events and portraits photographer, we can be like portrait and events photographer based in Vancouver, BC. We'll make this heading 1. Maybe we'll drag this out so it's a 2-line text. And voila. And then maybe in our gallery, we want to use photos that make sense for this specific website. I'm just gonna upload some images that are related to events and portraits. I found all of these off Unsplash, which is a great website to look for like royalty-free imagery. But obviously you want to put in your own work if this is a portfolio, or you can use Unsplash to put in just some like beautiful imagery on your website. So maybe let's go and select a couple of these. So let's go ahead and select a couple of these to use. So maybe like this one and this one, maybe like this one. We can add it to gallery, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and start deleting the ones that are unrelated to my work. Okay, great. Maybe let's move this around a bit. So here is a nice portrayal of the work that I do, and maybe we want to give this a bit more space. As you guys can see, they have a little gridding system so that you can really easily make sure that you are centering things, that you are giving equal space above and below. I think that is pretty good as far as white space goes. Let's go ahead and add our next section. Maybe after that, we want to add maybe a testimonial. So let's look through these. Oh, this one is quite nice. Maybe I can make this a tiny bit smaller because that seems a bit, actually no, I like the white space. So we can put here, Angel is a great, Angel did such a good job documenting my baby shower. We're so glad we hired her to record such an important event in our lives. Seriously recommend her for... There. Thank you, Clarice Turner, for your kind testimonial. And then maybe after that, we can add about section. So let's do this one with the photo. And then maybe let's change this image. And we'll replace it with maybe this. This can be Angel in this situation. And then we can do a little, I guess we'll do about me. Maybe we'll make this bold. So you want that to stand out a little bit. And then bring this up. I would hire me. So after that, maybe we want to add maybe just some more information, you know? I think these about sections work really well for highlighting information. So maybe here we can write something about portraits, like little orphan. Let's drag that out. So you want to make sure your heading 1s and 2s and 3s are all really related. I mean, your heading 4 should be as well, but sometimes we do just use them for descriptive things. But for example, since this one, actually let's go ahead and make this a heading 2, and then we can change it to semi-bold. Make it nice and bold. Move that down, drag this out. Okay, let's go and switch these out for portraits. And then this is another great function that helps with SEO. So another thing that really helps with your ranking and telling Google or any other search engine what your page is about is the alt text. So I love that it points this out in this little SEO tab, and it tells you use alt text to help describe the image and help search engines understand your page content better. So love that they point this out, and I feel like more CMS programs and website builders should do this. So for alt text, maybe we can do autumn smiling girl photo shoot shot by Vancouver photographer. Smiling, happy summer photo shoot. There. And then maybe let's change this background. You can even do custom colors. I think I want to do like a nice dark color just so it really breaks up the page a little bit. I might make this section a bit taller and then move everything down one space. And then after this, maybe we can add maybe some more testimonials. It's always good to have testimonials if you are selling a service or a product. And then after that, let's do an Instagram feed, because if you're a photographer, you should share your Instagram feed. They make it super easy for you. A lot of other website builders and CMSs kind of make this a more complicated process, whereas Zyro just, you know, allows you to connect your feed super easily and securely. And voila, you'll just have your beautiful Instagram feed. You can even edit the layout actually. And do like more photos, less photos, gaps between photos, etc., etc. And then I think that's good for this page. Let's go ahead and put in a footer. So maybe let's do this one. Add to all pages. So you can add your footer to all pages to make sure it looks the same and you don't have to add it again for every page that you create. So let's change this color a tiny bit, just like a tiny bit of a lighter gray, just to give a little bit of distinction between the sections. And then, yeah, that looks pretty good. And there we go. Let's go ahead and hit preview and see what it looks like. So obviously you can go and change your logo and stuff as well, but oh, okay, I gotta change that, but yeah, this is your basic website. You've got your titles, you've got your images loading, you've got even a testimonial slider, your Instagram feed, and then your footer. And voila, that took really no time at all to create a website. They've truly made it just so incredibly simple and easy for you to create a website. It really is such a foolproof way to do it. I'm gonna actually go ahead and head back to my dashboard so that I can show you some of their templates. So like I said, they do have these beautiful designer-made templates that have been built with their editor. So if you guys can see here, there are tons and tons and tons of templates. Like truly, you can go on, there's 13 pages of this. So let's go ahead and just preview one. Here's one on some apartment developments. You can see here they use a nice dark background, which really makes things pop. They use a nice big pull quote, love that. Apartment details, a lot of really beautiful imagery. It all loads very quickly. Let's go to another page, maybe the third page. That one's cute. Love this. So if you guys can see here, this image is actually just, if you go ahead and create this image design in like a Photoshop or Figma, you can export it and add it to your site as an image, and it will actually, you know, show up in this lovely like cutout design. So I love that they did that. Like, look at this. That's super cute. So there really is just so many beautiful templates that you can use. This one looks like it would be a really simple one. Yeah, just super simple, beautiful, with some fun colors to break up the page. So if you do want to use one of their templates, again, it is like so foolproof and so incredibly easy. So we just go into the editor, we can change this. Maybe it's bringing people together through food and drinks. Okay, let's make it more bomb food and delicious drinks. You can move the button around. You can change the button color. You can change these images. Maybe we want to use, oh, they also have, you know, free, royalty-free images that you can use through Unsplash. So if you don't want to go there yourself, you can just search in here. So let's do dining table. Oh, maybe that's not. Maybe let's just do, oh, sorry. Clicking out a little prematurely. Dining. So we can use like, you know, maybe it's this image. Add to page. And voila. So you can go ahead, click through, edit what you want. When you're creating a website in this method, through their templates, you can literally go through and make an entire website in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Like if I use this template and I just go ahead and edit like some of the text, maybe my menu is different, maybe these images are different, just put in my customer testimonials. Like it's like a 2, 3, 5 minute thing if you know the content that you want to put out there. And the great thing about their templates is they are kind of built around use cases. So for example, it says this one's really great for catering. Maybe it's great for restaurants. There are other templates. Let's go back to all templates. Architecture and spatial planning. This one is a birthday party website, a loading page, like a new website coming soon page. What else? This is a portfolio. This is for a UI UX designer, so that could be pretty applicable to some of you. And then you can even go through the categories as well. So, you know, portfolio, what do all of the portfolio ones look like? And events. There's just tons and tons of options, and they're all quite beautifully designed, I would say, and very, very simple to use. And yeah, once you are ready to go, you can go back to your site and just go ahead and hit publish website, and you will be all ready to go. So I quickly wanted to jump back on and kind of summarize the things that I really liked about the Zyro website builder. I mentioned this a couple of times, but I really liked that they really surfaced the SEO, search engine optimization aspects of building a website. I feel like a lot of people don't know how actually simple it is to really get yourself set up properly to be optimized for search. Things like page titles, meta descriptions, image alt texts, your headings, all of those things are super, super key to making sure that search engines are able to tell right away what your website is, what is the value that they provide to people who are searching for, you know, that topic. And it's these little things that people often miss or, you know, skim past or forget about. So I really appreciate that they put those things right there for you. It says SEO. When you look at the description, it says this will help with your search engine optimization. And yeah, I really appreciate that. I also love just how fast and easy it was to create a website. I think their user experience and their user interface is pretty self-explanatory. I will say though, this is coming from somebody who does have previous experience using other website builders, but all in all, I feel like the user flow was pretty tidy, pretty organized, and easy to understand. I mean, you click start building a website, you look through their templates. They describe it as a drag and drop website builder, and I really do think it is that. It functions amazingly as a drag and drop builder. There are other drag and drop builders that I've used before, which really aren't drag and drop builders. You can't move elements around the page as freely as you can with the Zyro builder, so I think that aspect is great as well. I didn't try out any of their AI tools, but they have a great suite of really fun AI tools, and I think it's a great way to implement some new tech like artificial intelligence into something like a website builder. So they have I think a business name AI tool that helps you think of a business name. There is a business slogan AI tool. There was also, as you guys saw, a whole AI web builder, which I didn't really dig into. If you guys want me to dig into that and show you guys how that aspect works, let me know and I can do it in a separate video. But I like that they are kind of implementing these new technologies into the classic web builder to really try to make things as simple as possible for their users. Their affordability is also something that is pretty darn good. I can't lie, $2.61 starting for a website is pretty insane, and I love that they were able to offer me another discount code to share with you guys. So yeah, I think on the affordability side, it really cannot be beat. I honestly can't think of another website builder on the top of my head that is that inexpensive. I know there's like Squarespace and stuff like that, but those can get pretty expensive pretty quickly for somebody who is just starting a website. So I think if this is your first time building a website, this is honestly the perfect tool. They actually have a few other features as well that I think are really great that they include, like SSL security, and I think there's even a heat map functionality, which I haven't tested out, but something like that is so useful after you've built your site for you to identify like what to continue to change and improve on. Most of these features you usually do have to pay a premium for, or you have to go and add on your own, which can be such a pain in the ass, like setting up an SSL yourself. So hard, not easy at all. So I love that they provide all of these services all together. And one of the best things is that they have human support. Human support is so important. Really don't underestimate the power of human support and not having to be frustrated speaking to a robot and getting a robot to understand your issues. Having a real live support team to help you when you need help in a software is incredibly beneficial. So all in all, I will say I really do recommend the Zyro website builder. If I do find anything that I am unsure of, or that I, have found was difficult or not as good as other website builders, I will be sure to let you guys know in the future in upcoming videos. Or if you're like, hey, today's use case didn't really apply to me, I want to see you build an e-commerce website, or I want to see you build a blog, please feel free to let me know, and I can definitely create some more videos on the builder and give you guys some more examples of how it works. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys go and use that promo code that I have in my description, Angel, or go to zyro.deals/angel. The link is going to be in the description as well. If you guys have any other questions about website builders, about Zyro specifically, or about anything I spoke about in this video, let me know in the comment section below. I do have a Discord channel now where I talk to a lot of you on the daily, so my link to my Discord is below. I started streaming, like I said, on the weekend, so I have my Twitch added to my links in the description box as well. And if you would like to support me as a creator further, I do have my buy me a coffee link in the description as well. To everybody who's bought me a coffee already, thank you. I'm gonna continue to surface your comments and speak them into videos. So if you buy me a coffee and leave a comment, I will feature you in my next video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and also the notification bell. Hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in my next video.